This is the third time that I'm entering this space in order to film this energy painting. Hello and welcome to my multidimensional living room. So I'm going to do another energy painting, which means that I'm going to be tuning into the energy field of people who are watching this video across time and space. Energies that I pick up, that speak to me, I'm going to paint and process and name. If something speaks to you, if something resonates with you, if something helps you understand yourself and navigate your life a little bit better, then that's great. And if it doesn't, then it might be from or for somebody else. I also want to mention at the beginning that this energy reading through painting tends to be a little bit more abstract than it would be if I would be reading tarot. Is that all I have to say at the beginning? Yeah. Okay, cool. Something interesting happened already yesterday. It happened before as well, and that is that I start channeling before I press record on the camera. And sometimes when this happens, some really beautiful energies come through, and then I press record and then the energy changes. So yesterday I channeled something that I think is very significant, and I'm going to bring it into this painting. If the energy wants to expand, then it will. Otherwise, I already feel like yesterday what I picked up is already substantial enough, so I'm going to bring it into the painting, but I'm also going to just say what I've seen yesterday. So bear with me, because I'm going to start with addressing the old energies. Maybe they're reminiscent of current energies, or this has been your past. But I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who has made peace with the fact that you're good on your own and that you don't necessarily look for a partner. And this standpoint of being good on your own and not looking for a partner, being totally in peace and acceptance with the fact that maybe it never happens again, also comes from the past where you made peace with the fact that what you're attracted to is exactly what's not good for you. So maybe you've been attracted to people who are walking red flags and didn't treat you right, and you accepted that, yep, that's how you like it. That's how you like it comes from you not knowing that there is more that you like, you just don't know that you like it, and you liked it because it was very reciprocal to the home feeling where you come from. So for example, uncertainty, instability, absence of love or absence of presence, absence of care, if that has been normalized in your family system or where you come from, then that's something that you're going to equate to home feeling. And when you find that in somebody who is a walking red flag, that's going to be attractive to you because you do want to merge back with the home frequency of yourself. That's long story short. I prefer not to go into the depth of it. That was in the past, and you evolved. Actually, this is how it's been. There was a time when you were attracted to the red flags, and then there was a time when you came to your senses and you started educating yourself and informing yourself and healing yourself and making yourself aware that that's not all that is, and you were at least open to experiencing what is love. If that wasn't, what is it? But the path to love wasn't so straightforward. It wasn't just like, oh, I want to know what love is. Oh, there it is. It wasn't as simple as that. It was a little bit more complicated in terms of, like, maybe somebody even told you that you have to go against what you feel attracted to and go in relationships that you would normally find boring, and try to seek love where there is no attraction, because what you're attracted to is what's not good for you, which was violating your own internal navigation system. And from that place, you came to the point of like, no man, no sir, I'm good on my own. And this place has been, I feel like I'm looking at the very set in stone type of an energy of like, I'm good on my own. I don't need a partner. I don't want to be hurt. But I don't want to sacrifice myself for love. This place, I feel like this place has been in place for a while, for years. And in this on your ownness, you've been doing something for yourself. Whether you've been actively in the waters of healing or not, you've been doing something, some micro habits, some micro changes that were good for you, and they accumulated over time. And I'm touching on the energy that it was like the work has done itself through you in a way that you were not aware of it. So maybe you've been focused on your business, on your side hustle, on your body, on your nutrition, on your self-care, on your Netflix. But in the background, there were some sort of changes that you did for yourself that they took off, and they basically transformed you from the inside out. It was as if inside of you, you planted some plants and they grew so much that they overtook. I am seeing this visual of something growing from the inside out, and then just like keep re-emerging, and as it does, it widens the horizon of the sphere. I think I already used that one analogy in one of the previous videos. It's one of these like rubber ball that you can cut, and then once you cut it, it just kind of transforms, and then you cut it again and transforms again. And so what it tells me is that your new frequency that you've cultivated within yourself through these micro changes has aligned you with new people and places and opportunities that are outside of your world. So that was the old energy that I was picking up on. The new energy that now comes in place that I'm picking up on is very enlightening for the heart. And by enlightening for the heart, I don't mean that you are a Buddha now, or that you attract somebody who's in Buddha frequencies. It's more so that your heart is at ease. It's the energy that comes seemingly out of nowhere. You didn't look for it. You didn't go search for it. You didn't apply for it. You didn't ask for it. Maybe you did ask for it a long time ago. But it's something that kind of comes unannounced and sweeps you off your feet in a way that you... Love noise. I'm gonna live in Finland someday. Sweeps you off your feet in a way that you don't want to defend yourself. You don't have this protective mechanism of, oh no, I'm good on my own, I have my business to do, I'm busy. There is no such thing, because you are not coerced into it, you're not manipulated into it, you're not violated into it. It stands on its own ground, and you're standing on your own ground, and the ground of these two energies becomes wider and it's spacious. Nobody needs to cross each other's lines anymore. You can coexist, each in your own grounds, creating a new vibrational field. And in this new vibrational field, there is space, and there is this ease and relief where you finally feel like you can relax. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to change anything. You can just be. And it feels good. It feels light. It feels easy. It feels like it makes sense. And that energy comes with a lot of changes. Changes in terms of that other energy that shows up in your field carries a lot of other energies. For example, if it's a person that you meet, they come from a certain culture, country, background, job circle, friend circle, activities that they bring in their energy field. And a lot of those things are new to you. And this potential for changes is something that is unforeseen for you. Because I'm literally picking up on change of location, where this person, if we're talking about a person, might be coming from a country where you never really saw yourself living there. But now they carry this potential that you might as well just move there. And this potential comes with like, yeah, why not? It kind of comes with like, yeah, of course. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a relief to move there. But you've never seen it coming. And the reason why you've never seen it coming is because you were looking up into the future of yourself only through the lens of what was currently in place in terms of your beliefs and your structure of self. The very blunt example of that would be if you're living in a small city and you think in terms of what's the best in the small city. There is this one famous football player that is just locally famous, and you think that marrying him would be the best possible option for you. That football player gives 50% of his energy into you, and the rest of the 50% he gives to the football and to the other girls and to the world and to the career and to the potentials and so on. And you feel kind of like, yeah, you're happy, but you're not really happy. And then while you're trying to make yourself happy in this alone time of your own, you suddenly transform into somebody who is not even, I wouldn't say transform into somebody, but you become matchable. Is that a word? It's like you align yourself. Is that a word? You grow into somebody that is not just the best option for that local football player, but it's like now all of a sudden you realize that you're fully compatible with a Hollywood film producer that has like all the most famous actors as their friends, and now you can hang out with all of them. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of a change. It's just an example, but it's a change that really takes you out of your life as you knew it and brings you out where you really belong, into your own frequency. And by your own frequency, I mean it's not like you're being yourself and then somebody likes you 50% and 50% they don't. It's not about you being in your own frequency and then you kind of like the life that you're in, but you also kind of don't. I mean, being in your own frequency means you are 100% present with who you are, where you are, and you love it, and you're being equally so loved back. I'm having the vision of airs mixing in, airs from different people, like the energy fields of different people mixing together, and there are like roses blooming in the air. Yeah. So that was something that I was seeing yesterday, which is some sort of like the other side of the whole life as you knew it. And that might be a little bit like a hard pill to swallow for the aspect of you who stubbornly, cynically, in a very Mephistophelian way, claimed for themselves that they're good on their own, they don't need love and they don't want love. Fuck that. This aspect of you, it might be a little bit challenging for that aspect to accept that there is love for them as well and that they get to be happy. I also get the sense that this realization is available to very many people. It's just that very many people they will rather be right than happy. And happy is a broad term here. But if this message has reached you, I don't get the sense that that's you. You wouldn't be right than happy. Because that's already is in your energy field. It is available to you. And it seems as if this energy is very like it came out of nowhere. I guess that's really what happens, like when you're really not looking for it. And you really just focus on minding your own business and then good things find you. That is some sort of like a perfect example of it. I'm also getting an example and an image of, I'm gonna say it for what it is. It was a punk person, somebody who was into punk for like 20. I'm gonna close the window, sorry. Oh, it's closed already. Well, the noise is loud. I'm also getting hurts. I'm also getting energy of a punk person, somebody that spent their 20-25 years of their life claiming that punk is all that is. It was their religion, and everything about punk was what they gave their life energy to. From the ideology, politics, music, way of socializing, values, aesthetics, physical appearance, everything was there. But after 20-25 years of living this life, I feel somebody coming to this organic, intrinsic point of realizing that through all these years of experience of being punk, they had enough. And now there's this, some would call it breaking point, but I would call it a melting point, where you organically realize that you don't have to keep living in the same way. You don't have to look intimidating. You don't have to hurt yourself. under culture. You don't have to keep drinking. You don't have to keep telling the same stories. You don't have to expose yourself to noise. You don't have to anymore. And I see somebody literally like taking plugs out of their ears with relief that they don't have to anymore. It doesn't come with rejection of the past. But it's kind of like an organic evolution of past into the future. It's this growing up point that to the past version of self is even repulsive to think about. It's like to that version of you 10 years ago, that version of you who made peace with, I'm good on my own, I don't need anybody, or that punk version of you from 10 years ago, that when you said like, I'll never stop drinking, I'll never stop. Do punk people do? That's metal. You know what I mean. Like, I'll never stop drinking, I'll never stop going to concerts, I'll never stop hating the system, I'll never stop hating the police, whatever. To that person, if you would tell them, someday you will change, they'll be like, fuck off, I won't. I'll never change. But now this, and this is what it makes me realize, that it makes me think that it's not a rejection of the past, because it's that aspect of you that has grown and developed into full acceptance of that things don't have to be that way anymore. And it came from you giving this aspect of you what it needed. You know, some people be like, oh, I was listening to punk when I was young, and then I grew up, and now I hate punk. I don't listen to this. Like, ugh, like I've outgrown this. You know, like they have this resistance towards that aspect of themselves. But this is, I'm speaking more to somebody who is in the energy of really giving that aspect of yourself all the time and space that they needed to hate, to drink, to party, to go to concerts, to look intimidating, to start the fights, to be problematic until they don't have to anymore. And it's such a beautiful place to be. I sense the freedom of being. Just, you feel free to, if being punk, if being single, if being stubborn, if being hateful was freeing for you, now you sense the freedom of not having to do so anymore. And I feel like I need water. Sorry for the noise outside if you hear it. Today the outside seems to be louder, or at least it seems to me. I don't know if you hear it, but it seems to be quite loud. Which tells me that there might be some resistance from your surroundings, where you organically, you came to that point of realizing, you know what, I'm done. And I literally am seeing somebody like putting down the sword, Which I think the contemporary version of that would be taking out the plugs out of your ears and be like, you know what? Or realizing that when somebody's standing right in front of you and just their presence alone brings you a smile on your face and just makes you feel like life makes sense. It's kind of like, yeah, you didn't see this coming. They're also not your type. They're also not something that you saw for yourself. They're just like completely like how is this even possible? But you're like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this resistance from the outside, because there might be people connected to you who still remember you what you used to be. And this comes with awareness that you need to allow other people to process your change as well. Because your change is not just for you. You also change in relation to other people. So if they have an anchor of you as a particular way of being, they have to go through their own grieving process, and you need to allow them space and time to do so. Yeah. Some people will take that change better than others, and you will see that there are people who really play hard to make a certain impression, and they might how do I say that? They're really working hard to make an impression as a bad guy, as I don't give a shit, I'm a badass. But then there are these micro moments, and it really is micro moments, where you really, if you pay attention, you will find them. Or they will find you without you even looking for them. But there are these micro moments where their masks slip off and they reveal to you that they are soul playing this theater of life, where they're just playing a role of your subconscious mind. And it's kind of like they were on your team all along, even if your job, even if the part of the script is that you've outgrown all of this and now you have to move into another country. And nobody saw that coming, including yourself. Some people might be like, yeah, man, fuck, like, you're leaving us for real? Like, we've been, drinking together for 25 years and now you're just leaving? There will be a moment when the mask of that person slips away and they show you that they're actually glad for you. That they actually know that that's exactly where you need to go, and that's exactly why you came here down on earth, to live this whole theater of experience. But it's their role, it's in their human role, it's in the script of who they are, that they have to oppose that. And that's so beautiful when you see that happening. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. But what I wanted to say, what I was saying, is that this is how you actually reveal soulmates in your life. They reveal themselves to you. They don't come into your life and be like, hey, I'm your soulmate. No. You go through life with them, you go through thick and thin, and then you... How did I pronounce that? Thin? thick and thin, thick and thin. And then you have these moments that are outside of their character who they're playing. And that's where you really see them shine, because they speak directly to your heart. If they, I don't mean speak, they shine so that your heart can sense them. I don't know how to explain that to people who are not heart-centered. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe what I already said has been explained good enough. I feel that this new energy that shows up, this energy of grown-upness, this energy of a new person entering your field, this energy of you expanding outside of what world used to be for you, it carries all the solution all by itself, by default. And the more you allow yourself to step into that energy, it kind of, everything takes care of itself seamlessly. It has a flow. You just have to let yourself do it. It's kind of like needless to say, needless to explain. It's needless to try to decode anything. I see a window of opportunity that I feel like it will take itself by itself. You as life will take yourself by itself. Like there's nothing that you need to, I don't feel like I need to tell you anything in terms of like, oh, somebody will come to you and be careful. Nah, fuck that. There is just this energy of peace that is coming through. Like internal peace. I'm afraid I'll have to leave this painting right here because I'm just getting this almost like never-ending peace, this energy of, yeah, it's taken care of. It's smooth. I feel that energy is very pink. I know I've been painting red and black, but I feel it pink. I feel it pink with petroleum. Okay. It's this color that is neither blue, neither green, no gray, somewhere in between, and that's a color of furniture. I'm literally having a vision of a room, a living room with lights in the background, and that living room is in a foreign country. It's somewhere where you didn't see yourself living, but it makes sense to be there. It comes with a sense of fresh air, breath of fresh air. It comes with a sense of living well, whatever that means to you. To some, this would translate as comfort, safety and security. Belonging. Prosperity. Calm. But it's not like calm. It's not like, it's more so, I sense the energy of life is happening and it's very bubbly. And by bubbly, I mean there's a lot of things happening. There is like, how to explain this? It's as if there are like soap bubbles in the reality of somebody's life, and each soap bubble is like a mini adventure of some sort. Traveling, working on a project, getting a dog, creating something, inventing something, having that lunch that by itself, it's just like, it's not like just going for a lunch, but it's like really valuable, memorable experience of people having lunch together. And everything carries a certain flow of life to it. It's like each bubble is different size and different colors, but it's all of it is in the field of calm. There's no drama. There's no hypervigilance. Oh wow. Because this sword that you put down, this earplug that you took out, this gray area set in stone that you exchange for smiling in the presence of another being, there was a sort of hypervigilance encoded in all of it. But this hypervigilance came to this maturity point of self-realization that it's not needed anymore. Some of you have been taught and you've experienced your life that you need to expect the worst. And now this expectation of the worst in and of itself, it's kind of like a cockroach within your energy field that you are aware of. It's like you find yourself expecting the worst, and then you also find yourself telling to yourself, this is not needed anymore. And therefore, life of calm. Where calm also means a lot of activities and action and excitement and movement. But it's calm movement. I don't think that the word calm is what actually fits inside. It's not diluted, it's not blackened, it's not darkened. I hope that makes sense. How I would additionally read this painting as it is. I see somebody who has been in maze-like internal building of themselves, but they found the place where they're clicked into place. It's like I see a person here and I see so many staircases, balconies, rooms, closets, attics, floors, terraces, and then there's finally that one passage that somebody decided to go through. And enter a space where they're actually mirrored fully. Before I said fully, I wanted to say fiery. Take that as it speaks to you. Okay, I am finishing this painting. That was it. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for being who you are, being where you are. Thank you for making changes for yourself. Every change that you make for yourself, you also make it for the entire planet. Thank you for liking and subscribing and supporting the channel. And why do I feel the need to say thank you for strawberries? I'm gonna say it and see what happens. Thank you for strawberries. Anyway, thank you for being here. Ciao. I forgot to show it to you because I forgot that you don't really have the clear vision from the other side. This is you in the maze of your internal being, finding your way out into the other side of everything that you've ever lived. Oh, I forgot one more thing. If you want your own energy painting, I forgot one more thing. If you want your own energy painting, for the purpose of getting the energy reading through painting, or if you want it for the purpose of putting something on your wall and making sure that it looks good, the link for that is in the description. In the description, through the link, you can get the A2 something this size energy painting that I do with your energy. If you want something bigger, let me know, write me an email and we'll talk about it. That's all. Thank you. Ciao.